Welcome to a new daily top AskReddit video. Today's topic:
what are some unethical, but legal ways to make good money? Sell $299 courses on how to make money fast. Don't listen to this guy. I have a YouTube channel about how to avoid online scams. Support me on Patreon for only $99 per month. Don't listen to these guys. They charge too much. For only $10 a month subscription, you'll get access to our top-tiered program for only 3 easy payments of $150 per month. Steal shopping carts from the mall. Throw them down a hill. Fix them up and return them to the mall for a reward. Nice little shopping cart business. Pick those cocksuckers up later. Fucking goldmine down there. Oh god, I have a good one. And it's technically catching people doing something illegal. But the way my dad's old boss operated, it just felt awful to watch. So when a bar shows, say, a boxing match, apparently they are supposed to buy the match separately on each TV. So for a big sports bar with 75 TVs, it can be pricey. Some bars will just buy a couple, or even one license and broadcast them on all of the TVs. The boss would buy the rights to pursue the offenders, IIRC the process, and then sue the bar owners per TV that the fight was shown on. Sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. The part that felt unethical was that he didn't do this full time, as his main gig. He kept all of these fight rights on deck. And whenever he needed money to put in a pool, or invest in something new, he'd pick one of his files that hadn't expired yet, sue the bar owner into oblivion, sometimes years after the fight, and then move on to whatever the new opportunity was. I know for a fact it led to multiple establishments having to close their doors. We had something similar happen where I worked a while back. Guy came in, representing RIAA, Muzak, etc., and said that we had to pay a license fee to play the local radio station. He was counting speakers and it was $10 per speaker per month to be something like $7,000 per year IIRC. So, we just stopped playing the radio. We were already set up for playing CDs and out came the public domain 1940s Billboard Top 10 on a loop. Then, the owner found a satellite radio tuner that included rebroadcast rights for $75 total. One-time cost. If the jerk hadn't been so over the top with the money he claimed we owed him, we might have paid a one-time $500 fee. But instead they got nothing, and as far as I know the place is still using that cheap satellite radio tuner. The music licensing guys are legit and around. They flag business regularly for this shit. Obviously musicians deserve to be compensated for their work, but Jesus, the licensing agencies are a bunch of fucking wanks. Also, for what it's worth, there's a Spotify service that handles all the licensing shit too. It speaks volumes of the high levels of civility in America that he didn't get defenestrated. I'm constantly shocked at the behavior in the corporate world that doesn't result in murder. Probably because you never hear about them in the media. They don't want to remind people that this is an option. Carrot. Despite being illegal and unethical itself. Payday loans and rent-to-own schemes. Rent-to-own, for example, a trailer for business can be written off come tax season. I think they're referring more to places where people can own a $1,500 TV for the low cost of $3,000. Get elected to Congress. Insider trading. Not okay for plebs, perfectly legal for Congress. Serious answer. Buy something in bulk on AliExpress at a nice discount on top of the already cheap prices. Saw the items on eBay for a lot more, or open up a booth at the mall or flea market selling at a substantial markup. AliExpress is filled with bootleg gaming systems that people will buy. Is that unethical? You've just described wholesaling. That's what people will tell you. But literally everything you buy is marked up by a middleman. Unless you're buying factory direct. Everything. Literally. This business model has destroyed eBay and Etsy. You can barely find authentic, well-made or used things anymore. Just cheap, mass-produced crap everywhere. Same thing with farmers markets and craft stores. Nothing like seeing, this was handmade for this event. Only to find 20 of the same items, with a made from China sticker on it. And it's being sold at a jacked up price. Steal last hits from your carry. Got to get those last hits for my support items. Those wards don't buy themselves. My dad had this great idea to go door to door installing peepholes. And you can start your pitch with, I bet you would have liked to know who was on the other side of this door. Each cost like $5. Install for 50 and be done in 5 minutes. My dad just bought one of these when a guy came knocking on the door. He has never used it, but the guy got a sale. So it does work, haha. Also, for a 50 note the value of your property increased slightly. My mom did door to door peephole installation for a while. These were big peepholes made with a series of mirrors and a viewer that made it look like a screen. Maybe 2 inches wide. You could see without putting your face to the door. They were pretty cool. This was before Ring, of course. Before Ring. In the mid-90s, I was working on a peephole camera system that could be installed in an existing peephole. Or drill a new one. That had a small screen on the inside so you could see who was there without looking through the hole. That way short people, kids, people in wheelchairs, etc. could still see who is out there. It was a fantastic idea. Only I had $0 to put into it. So I got a cheap pinhole cam and an old wireless handheld TV and tried hacking something together. Now every time I see a Ring camera I'm reminded of that. Lay off your loyal employees so you can squeeze out a couple of extra bucks for your mega corporation. Deleted. Which opti? What industry? Selling diet plans to 50+ divorced women. Not really unethical, but they can find that information with a simple search. Make a post saying your friend is looking for a sperm donor but she has some requirements. No artificial insemination. Must have sex. Must be 100% of a certain race. No STD. Once you have enough guys lined up, tell them they must do this 21andMe DNA test to make sure they are 100% that race. Send them over your referral link. You'll get a $20 Amazon gift card for every guy you sign up. Oddly specific. Pretty sure that was a story not too long ago. Sperm donor. Worst kebab I've ever had. My cousin came to me one Thursday saying he needed an extra $200 by Sunday. Told him good luck. He went out and bought 4 bottles of Everclear, some jugs of Walmart apple cider, cinnamon sticks, and mason jars. Simmered it in a pot for like an hour and jarred them all and wrote $25 on top of each. Called his country friends and told them he made homemade apple spiced moonshine. 25 AR or 2 for 40. He had $400 the next day. Sometimes I hate him. I like this idea enough to steal it. I just need to find me some suckers to buy it from me. I've thought of it so many times and so mad he taught me after I stopped hanging out with alcoholics. Sounds like something a grown-up Eddie would do. Have a place to rent and charge $50 application fee. Keep accepting applications but don't approve anyone. You sneaky bastard. Start an auto repair insurance company. Then don't pay out. Oops, someone is already doing that. Or, they'll pay for the damage, then up your rate. We can't have you using the service you've been paying for many years now. We'll up the rate so we aren't losing money. Insurance. One of the biggest scams that we all gleefully go along with. I go along with it because I have no choice. Lure child predators online into meeting a decoy and then when you've gathered the correct information blackmail them, then submit an anonymous tip to the police regardless. I'm not Chris Hansen, but have a seat anyway. The story of how that show came to an end is a doozy. Blackmail is not legal. He said legal and unethical. You got ethical and illegal results, skeptical smiley face. Maybe you should have stated things that normal people can actually do, op. If you ask any of my family members that know about it. My job drawing furry, pony porn for a living is pretty unethical. I always wanted to be an artist as a kid, and would already draw people's furries. At 15 I started doing commissions, and of course people want to pay extra for pin-ups and lewd stuff. Eventually I was taking big money, at that time, for full-on porn commissions. It was just better money and way more interest on E621 and Derpybory where we advertised our art. These days it's mainly Twitter, and NSFW accounts are king there too. I can draw a wholesome pony hanging with another pony for 80. Or charge double that for the ponies fucking. The difference in workload is moot. It takes all of 10 seconds to draw some liquids. Slap weird fetishes on there and the pay can get kinda nuts. My highest commissions was an even grand. With a group of characters doing questionably legal things. Legal in the USA at least. The only issue if you want to get into this stuff is the rise of AI. Artists that are established will have no problem. But being a noob artist right now where everything is flooded by AI is going to be hard to grow. Stable Diffusion legit draws better than 90% of people I know. The good news is that the furry community, or at least, sectors of it, seem anti-AI. They've got a representative for being some of the last private commissioners of artists. And they want to keep it. Your sales pitch is flawless. Now send me your commission info. Invest heavily in private prisons and weapons manufacturing. Look into sin stocks as well. If you invested in Geo and CXW, private prisons, 5 years ago, you'd be down 50% and 25% respectively today. I like the former for swing trade though. Just look at what areas your government overspends and underspends in and pick a job accordingly. For example, in the US avoid working in education with a 10-feet pole and focus on getting a job in the defense industry. Hold a raffle for a goldfish. £1 a ticket, sell 500 tickets. Draw a winner. Everyone else takes the L and moves on with their lives. Contact the winner and say the fish died. Give them a refund. They are happy. You walk away with £499. Rinse and repeat. Holding a raffle without a license is technically illegal. At least where I am. So not sure if this would work. Why don't you give them a goldfish? Roll out a multimedia campaign to convince people lemons are incredibly scarce. Which only works if you stockpile lemons. Control the supply. Then, a media blitz. Lemon is the only way to say, I love you, the must-have accessory for engagements or anniversaries. Roses are out, lemons are in. Billboards that say she won't have sex with you unless you got lemons. You cut De Beers in on it. Limited edition lemon bracelets, yellow diamonds called lemon drops. You get Apple to call their new operating system OS Lemon. A little accent over the O. You charge 40% more for organic lemons and 50% more for conflict-free lemons. You pack the capital with lemon lobbyists. You get a Kardashian to suck a lemon wedge in a leaked sex tape. Timothy Chalamet wears lemon shoes at Cannes. Get a hashtag campaign. Something isn't cool, tight, or awesome. No, it's lemon. Did you see that movie? Quote, did you go to that concert? It was effing lemon. Billie Eilish. OMG. Hashtag lemon. You get Drive. Oz to recommend 4 lemons a day and a lemon suppository supplement to get rid of toxins, cause. There's nothing scarier than toxins. Then, you patent the seeds. You write a line of genetic code that makes lemons look just a little more like breasts. And you get a gene patent for the breast lemon DNA sequence. You get those seeds circulating in the wild. And then you sue the farmers for copyright infringement when that genetic code shows up on their land. Sit back, rake in the millions, and then, when you're done, you sell your lem puree for a few $1 billion. Hey babe, hasn't it been about 30 seconds since we checked on our lemon tree? That monologue by Roderick was so extra but absolutely perfect.